So a former Hells Angels president decided to walk away and relaunch the club that his father founded, called the Satan's Choice MC. He is now calling them out publicly with videos like this.
I have a whole bunch of this type of stuff. Like, this is when I was 2020. I have boxes of this stuff, boxes of other calendars. I have a bunch of support gear. I'm expecting one of you guys to come and buy this off me so I don't have to do something crazy with it. So come on, Brooklyn. Maybe if you have any money, you can come drop me off here. You can take it all for $1,500, all right? See you guys.
It looks like Canada streets are about to get really hot. Let's get into it.
We run the night. We run the night. Run.
Big shout to the ghosts and the ghost sets. Welcome to Demons Row TV, the holy grail of MC culture, where we cover everything motorcycle and motorcycle club involved. I'm Sos the Ghost. I'm your host for the evening. So there's a lot to unpack in this video. Harley Guindon, who is the son of Bernie Guindon, a well-respected outlaw who created the Satan's Choice MC, which was the second biggest outlaw motorcycle club in Canada, besides the Hells Angels, before its downfall. I've done videos on Harley's father, Bernie Guindon. Check those out. He is a big-time OG in the Canada outlaw biker scene. While the club was dissolved and the members would patch over to the Outlaws, he would become a Hells Angel and close up the Satan's Choice, while his son followed in his footsteps and became a Hells Angel, and for many years was even a president. Well, now, knowing how this outlaw world is, politics come into play and people go their own way. Well, Harley decided he's not just gonna step away, he's gonna relaunch his father's club, the Satan's Choice MC. Remember the history of Canada. If you don't know, the Great Wars, where the Hells Angels pretty much obliterated whatever clubs were left or patched them over. Even George Christie said they do what they do over there. They don't ask America for permission. A lot of people lost their lives in Canada over this same issue in the past. Let's check out this article. This article is from the London Free Press, and it says former Hells Angels member relaunches the Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club. A former Hells Angels member says he has revived an outlaw motorcycle club his father founded decades ago and grew into the second largest in Canada. Harley Davidson Guindon, an entrepreneur and former president of the Brooklyn, Ontario chapter of the Hells Angels, announced on social media this week he relaunched the Satan's Choice and plans to open chapters across Canada, including in southwestern Ontario. The move came as a surprise to some outlaw motorcycle club observers, including one Canadian organized crime expert who warns it could lead to violence. Guindon's father, Bernie Guindon, a former boxer who competed for Canada at the Pan Am Games, founded the club in 1965 and remained a member until 2006. Satan's Choice had hundreds of members at its peak, and in the 1970s, trailing only the Hells Angels. But some Satan's Choice members began patching over to the Outlaws before the club was disbanded in 2000, when its remaining members, including Bernie Guindon, patched over to the Hells Angels. Harley Guindon, who declined the interview request, spoke about his reason for reviving Satan's Choice during a pair of interviews on YouTube channels focused on outlaw motorcycle clubs. It's my father's club, and I feel like with his permission, I have the right to do that. The reason behind what I'm doing is because I want to bring back the morale of motorcycling. It's not just about a corporation. I want to ride my bike across the country and go to each clubhouse and have a good time like the old days. It's not about money to me, and I'm going to keep it about what it's supposed to be: brotherhood. James Dubrow, who has written several books and produced documentaries on organized crime, said Guindon's move is likely motivated by nostalgia for the past, when the Satan's Choice was a dominant outlaw motorcycle club. It might be a way of bringing more younger people into the Ontario organized crime biker world by a kind of make bikers great again pitch, as some have soured on the HA reputation, Dubrow said. I wouldn't have thought they'd relaunch, to be honest. But Dubrow was skeptical Satan's Choice would be able to expand across Canada, where the Hells Angels and their 24 support clubs have chapters, and questioned whether there would be coordination between the two clubs. He said, I think it might succeed in southern Ontario. I don't know about all over Canada. He said, I don't think the Hells Angels would be all that happy to have him. Guindon denied he sought permission from his former club to revive the Satan's Choice. He said, I'm not interested in anyone's support. If anybody is against me, they're against me, Guindon said, adding he doesn't have any ill will towards the Hells Angels. Guindon said he was asked to leave the club over a personal dispute he had with two fellow members, both of whom he frequently blasts in social media posts. Guindon, who has the letters AFFA, which stand for Angels Forever, Forever Angels, and the club's Death Head logo tattooed on his chest. He gave an interview from a room with a large screen displaying the Satan's Choice Devil logo in the background. He said he's already patched over chapters, but he wouldn't elaborate. But let's just say we're sitting on over 120 members in 10 days, he said. I have a lot of people who will follow me because I am who I am. Guindon, who runs a clothing store, music studio, and mixed martial arts gym in Oshawa, was in London in April, where he performed at a concert promoted by Joe Strokes, whom the OPP Biker Enforcement Unit alleges is a member of the London Hells Angels chapter. The head of the unit declined to say whether he's aware Guindon planned to relaunch Satan's Choice. We have sources and we gather information and intelligence, so usually these things don't come as a surprise for us, Detective Scott Wade said. Wade said police are ready for any potential violence that could result from a clash between the new club and potential rivals. Real quick, if you enjoy MC Culture content, smash the like and the subscribe button. Give me a pound wherever you're from and get your Ghost of Ellie mask, shades, Demons Row snapbacks in all colors, tank tops, crew necks, track races. We got it all, and you can get it on www.demonsrow.com. Let's get back into it. So I know a lot of Canadians are part of the Demons Row community. You know better than anyone else. Are things about to get extremely hot in Canada, or is this a different day and time? Because the 80s were just different. Even here in New York, the 80s was a whole different animal. People did not sit down. It was straight up violence. Drugs played a lot into that. But I know the past Canada has with the Quebec Biker War and the Bandito Massacre. Matter of fact, some of that stuff was in the 2000s. It's not like it was in the 80s. I saw a little of Pauly's interview, but I didn't like it. It seemed like an interrogation. But relaunching a club that your father founded, I definitely feel like it's a birthright, especially when your father gave you the blessing. And I know he's probably proud because if you don't know, his father turned down the Hells Angels for many years. He only went when it fell apart. So seeing his son revive his vision, he's probably proud. Hopefully everybody stays solid out there and stays safe. And thank you for tuning in to Demons Row TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.
Oh.